Good morning. My name is Michael. I'm the VP for the Nurses Union RNPA. This coming Friday is our second time at the negotiations table with the county. So far, the county is refusing to increase the release time for 4 additional nurses to reflect the increase in our membership resulting from the acquisition of the 2 hospitals. We need the release time in order to better represent our nurses, the nurses that this county continues to lose daily due to poor pay and second-rate treatment by management who favor contract traveler nurses over our very own coded county employees. Furthermore, the county negotiators are refusing transparency by denying nurse observers during our negotiations. It is imperative that we as nurses are able to hear and participate in matters that will affect our lives while we negotiate our wages, benefits, and working conditions. Nurses demand this. Our voices will be heard and we will not allow it to be muted by the county. We demand the 5 of you board supervisors to advise labor relations in this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me just make sure that we didn't overlook anybody who was out of the room. Carol Callahan, I have a card.
Greetings, supervisors. My name is Fernando Rocha, negotiator for and representing the strong and united membership of RNPA. The former leadership of RNPA was neither inclusive nor transparent. Our current leaders on the board champion inclusivity and transparency, and that is why we encourage our member participation and observation of the current negotiations. After all, it is our contract in which the language that will spell out our wages, hours, and working conditions reside. It is our check on management when they try to overreach and intimidate and bully us, or bully our nurses. So we as registered nurses have every right to observe the process as it moves along. Just because labor relations says it has never been done this way before, or that is not how we do it, does not diminish our nurses' right to be observers to these negotiations, especially when labor relations have no logical rhyme or reason for drawing this red line in the sand. I ask the esteemed body, is this good faith bargaining? In the interest of patient safety, labor peace, and a fair contract settlement, we demand this board to take note and advise labor relations accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, honorable supervisors. I'd like to take a moment to thank the first responders who quickly responded in making our community that we love safe again. Thank you to the Sheriff and Gilroy Police Department who placed their lives on the line to protect all of us at the Gilroy Garlic Festival. Thank you to our paramedics, nurses, physicians, respiratory therapists, pharmacists, housekeepers, dietary, central supply clerks, sterile clerks, and many more who worked tirelessly into the night because it was the right thing to do. All Santa Clara County hospitals worked together during the time of crisis because it took a village. Honorable supervisors, your decisions affect the community. I hope you are inspired by the brave and selfless actions that were demonstrated by our healthcare community. For we are the village, we are the community. Let's work together and keep our healthcare community intact. I thank you.
Thank you. Fernando Rothschild.
Good morning. My name is Maybelline and I'm the RNPA treasurer. In the recent weeks, we have seen firsthand how this resilient community comes together in a time of tragedy. The teamwork and cohesive actions of those involved, the first responders, emergency personnel, physicians, nurses, and all hospital workers, are the result of the many years of experience that these individuals brought to the table. This is a prime example of the importance of retaining experienced individuals. The county needs to do everything in its power to retain these experienced nurses and hospital workers by providing a competitive living wage. Without it, the staff will continue to leave and cause an unsafe skill mix on the floors that will continue to place patient care in jeopardy.
Thank you. Debbie Chang, you're up next.
Good morning, county supervisors, and good morning to everybody. My name is Alan Kamara. I'm one of the vice presidents of RNPA. County supervisors, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your foresight in acquiring the 2 hospitals in our county. This crisis has shown how important those decisions were. But when you go to this hospital, there are a lot of anxiety going on. The workers, when they're asked, even some of them when they are not asked, showed up in the time of need for our community. And I ask you to please go around these hospitals and talk to some of these nurses, techs, SCIU 521s, and imagine the anxiety that you will experience I urge you to talk to the labor relations. They are going through 3 negotiations. They're dragging their feet. Please ask them to come to the table and discuss with these nurses. Thank you.